big fans of video games, and they often talk about leveling up their characters, where their character's ability and talents and gifts and the weapons they have, they're leveled up, where they come in basic, and as they progress and as they carry on through the game, they add more to their arsenal. And I want to point out, I love that imagery of leveling up or moving up in life, where the person that you are tomorrow is not the same person that you are today, and the limitations you have on yourself today are fewer than the ones that will be tomorrow, that are ultimately tomorrow's limitations will be fewer than today's, because you've moved up. And one of the greatest ways to move up, so to speak, to level up in life, is to move on from the hurt of our past. And in the description, I plan to put the note, be a Barney in life. Barney is, there's three Barneys, so to speak, in my mind as I think of Barney. One, there's Barney Fife from the old Andy Griffith Show, and we know him as kind of Andy's sidekick. He was his right-hand man, his deputy. He was an encourager. He was always having Andy's back. And then you've got Barney, the big purple dinosaur, right? The I love you, you love me, we're a happy family with a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too? I grew up watching Barney, and so those two Barneys both speak of love and care and being there for someone. And it's interesting though, because I think maybe those characters were patterned off of the original, the OG Barney, so to speak, and that being Barnabas in the Bible. He's actually my favorite character in all the Bible, because what Barnabas does is he comes in to the story of the gospel, and he is a person that just speaks life and gives abundantly of himself. We see him first in Acts 5 when he sells his possessions and he gets a nickname, Son of Encouragement. And then we see him put it to the test when Saul, the one that had persecuted the church, is trying to get into the church. Barnabas basically stands up and says, no, listen, he's the real deal. I know he has a past, but he also has a part in our life, in our story. And that's a big thing. I want you to know this. Everybody in the world has a past. And some people, their past is difficult and hard because of what others have done to you. For some, your past is something that you're ashamed of and you feel guilt over because of what you've done. But can I tell you this, that living in the past is just going to exhaust you. You're never going to level up, move up, so to speak, unless you're able to move on and move past the pain. And so just because you have a past doesn't mean you don't have a part in today, what's going on. And so can I just encourage you, please, please, please surround yourself with people that are looking to live life in relation with others and in remission from their own struggles, not people that are living for retaliation. That's the thing. So many people get caught up in, I want to make that person pay. And what that does is it brings more and more pain upon your own life. And so, friends, let me just encourage you, find a Barnabas to be in your life, that they would speak encouragement into you, that they would tell you about your gifts, that they would say, hey man, I see something special in you. Because by the way, they're also not just yes men. Barneys aren't just yes men, because Barnabas and Paul would later on fight over this young boy named Mark, and he'd say, no, I want to leave. Paul would say, we're leaving him behind, and Barnabas said, no, I'm going with him, you go on. And man, so you don't just need yes men around you. That's what I feel like a lot of therapy sessions I've been to in group settings is yes, you're the victim. Yes, you're the victim. Yes, you're the victim. Well, sometimes that's true, but sometimes you're part of the problem as well. And you need people to be able to tell you that. Sometimes you're not a victim of your childhood. You're a victim of your own choices more. I don't know your story, and I'm not trying to discount the hurts that are real. But healing comes when you realize that yesterday doesn't have to destroy today. It doesn't. And that your tomorrow's not yet written. You have to know that. Like, you have to choose to make the right choices. And so I just want to encourage you guys, Find an encourager in your life. Be an encouragement to other people's lives. Find a Barnabas, be a Barnabas, and be blessed.